Hello friends, welcome to my new vlog. At the beginning of this summer I had a lovely rose in this rose bush, and now I have another one, and I filmed an introduction in my fairy shed, and it seems to have got cut off. So now let's go to my fairy shed. I am really kind of clinging on to the end of summer. I got this dress a number of years ago at the festival, and I've actually never worn it, which is kind of sad. It's very sort of floaty and kind of hippie-ish looking, so I'm trying to get into that sort of hippie vibe. I was going to go somewhere this week to take a look round because of the summer weather, but then something a bit unexpected happened. My family are coming to see me next week, I think on Tuesday. So do you know how that feeling you get when someone's coming over and you start doing all those tasks that you've sort of been putting off? That's kind of where I am at this week. I mean, I did make a trip to Camberley, and maybe we will get to go somewhere else too, even briefly, but I think this week is mostly going to be a kind of spruce up vlog. By the way, if you're new here, thank you very much for clicking on this video. My name is Kate. I'm Kate Sanderson. I'm an actor. I often appear in horror movies, and I moved to this house in Essex about 1.5 years ago now, and I've been trying to do it up. So my vlogs are a real mixture of doing up my house, kind of spooky subjects, going on trips, you know, just doing things that are kind of cozy and nice. I'm finding YouTube quite full on, and apparently the number of watch hours you're going to have to qualify as one of the program partners is going to be 8,000 hours, not 4,000. So that starts in the 1st of February next year. So I'm trying to think, my watch hours are not high enough. Maybe I can do some other stuff, maybe live streams or something. I don't know. Anyway, let me just show you the front of my shed here, because I've got something. What I've got is a kind of lovely, well, I hope it's lovely, an AstroTurf mat to go outside my shed door. My patio is all kind of weird. I think it was put in by people who don't really know what they're doing, and that some of the slabs are like popping up with tree roots and stuff, and it's just weird. I'll show you in a minute, but putting down this AstroTurf is going to be the first thing I'm doing. Okay guys, well here's the front of my shed. I have actually been brushing the patio bit quite vigorously, so everything's a bit higgledy-piggledy. Sadly, my flowers have started dying, but they've lasted so well. I mean, I must have planted them in April or something, and they've been brilliant. I think I may go to B&M or somewhere and try and see if I can get some more plants. But now let me unpack my AstroTurf mat, because I'm dying to see what it looks like. I feel it will tie together this area a bit better, but we'll see. Okay, here's my first view of the AstroTurf. The grass looks really flat. I don't know what I expect. I mean, it's been in a package. Anyway, I will unroll it and put it in front of the shed. I think, to me, this is an improvement. I think it looks a lot cleaner. These slabs, they were not well thought out. So I will put a few of my garden ornaments on here. I think I will try and get some more plants from my planters and, you know, just make it look as nice as possible, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, to me this is better, but oh, the sky looks gorgeous. This is better, but I think today or tomorrow I'm going to go try and get some new plants and spruce this up a bit. But on the whole, I think I'm glad I got this AstroTurf, and yeah, it's good. Now, I think I said earlier in my introduction that I did take a trip to Camberley. I did go to Camberley, and Camberley is a place that I used to work a great deal in promo and in events. I was with a wonderful company called Experience Engine, who are not going anymore, and they often put us to work at events in Camberley, particularly in the Square Mall. There are a number of malls in Camberley, and we would go to the Square. So I was able to get back to Camberley, and there was this wonderful classical car show, which you'll see a bit of in my film, and also I'll tell you what I thought about being back in the Square after maybe 4 or 5 years. It was, you know that feeling when you go back somewhere after a long time, it's a bit kind of, wow. Anyway, that's coming along now. Amazing old cars. Beautiful. It's a kind of funny little toy in there. It's a beautiful day in Camberley. What a gorgeous camper van. Wow. Makes me think of Cliff Richard or something, going on summer holiday. I used to work in the Square Camberley Mall a lot. It's bringing back lots of memories. I'm going to try and go in there just briefly to have a little look round. I'm sure I remember that these shop fronts had this wood detailing, and there's just something kind of cute about the Square Mall. I don't remember this. This is like I think this is a new mural that's been made. It's very, very bright and colourful. Okay, this was not here that I remember. I like that bird. Let's go and see if I can see anything else I remember. I do remember Ream Jewellers because they had these lovely chandeliers. It's an independent jeweller, and I think they make some of their own stuff. And it's just kind of, I've never bought anything in here, but I always like looking at it. Yeah, Ream Jewellers, I'm glad they're still there. And I believe that this here used to be a local museum about Camberley area. Maybe it was just there temporarily. And there's the way out to the street. I'll have a tiny more look round and then have to go. Some interesting art here. Like ladies and fish and birds, and there's one here. What's this? It's a bit sort of Frida Kahlo-ish. Okay. I think this central cafe here, this Esquire's, used to be a Patisserie Valerie, and I remember buying gifts from my mum in that Primark sometimes when I worked here as a Christmas elf. Such memories, oh my goodness. There's a TK Maxx down there. I think I once had a job here and I was singing Christmas carols to try and get people into the Christmas spirit. I was singing them into this microphone on my own, and I remember it was a very well paid job, but it was a bit early. It was like early in November and people were like, it's too early for Christmas carols. Oh my goodness, what memories. Here's a lovely crystal stall. Look at these beautiful birds and fish. And then there's a display of malachite here. Amazing clock. £350, and yeah. There's some really big crystals over there. Goodness me, I dread to think how much they cost. And then there's some smaller pieces here. I love crystals. Oh gosh, very pretty jewellery. Oh, those bracelets look nice. Okay. It's one of the biggest bits of fool's gold I've ever seen. More beautiful malachite. Oh wow, it's amazing. Here's lovely pink crystals and beautiful sort of pink and green fish, and then that lovely sphere and the rose. Oh, I'm a crystal girly. It's an amazing kind of creature there, blue crystal. I really will now have to go, but beautiful stuff. I think most people know that, you know, putting together a house is difficult. And if you're a fan of my channel, you'll know that I've really, I've been doing a lot since I moved in here. When I bought this house, I really glossed over in my head all the things that did need to be done because I wanted the house. And it's been far, far more than I thought it would be. As an example, there were 4 long sheets of plastic. They were like 4 meters long by 1 meter, left in the backyard. They were there when I moved here. I mean, I didn't want them. They are for use in building work, so Lord knows what they were bought for. And they were very, very heavy to move anywhere. So they had been sitting there. And finally last week, partly because my family, I had a feeling they were going to try and come, were coming, I thought, you know what, I'm getting rid of these sheets of plastic. And I hauled them out to the front of the house and I put them on Facebook Marketplace. And a lot of people said they wanted them and then they didn't actually turn up, which is a bit disappointing. Then one gentleman came and he took half of them. And then yesterday another lovely couple came and took the other half, and they both wanted them to like repair greenhouses and arboretum and things like that. So they finally have gone. It's amazing. They were so ugly and they looked horrendous for such a long time, and I suddenly got rid of them. There must be a lesson in there somewhere. So I think my family coming has really been a help. It's made me get on with all these things. And some other things that I'll try and just show you now are painting in my middle room. That was interesting. And then also I have been, what was the other thing I was doing? You know, it's all just a blur. I want to paint my kitchen cupboard. I have a huge big pantry in my kitchen. I want to paint that. I know the other thing. I was finishing off the little shed. This is my fairy shed, but I have another little shed that's more full of useful things. So I'll show you a bit of that too. It really has been a week of getting stuff done, and I'm glad to be doing it. I mean, it's a bit hot, but you know, in a cold grey November day, a March day, do you really feel like painting your shed? I think when the cold days come, I'll be glad I did that. So I'll just show you a bit of all that stuff now. Okay guys, here's one of the jobs I would like to get done before my family comes. I won't get all of it done, but what I would like is to get rid of this wallpaper on the chimney breast and put up some paint. There's obviously wallpaper on this wall here and this wall there, and indeed I would like to redo these books so they look a bit prettier, and I will not get all that done before my family comes, but I will try and paint that chimney breast. And yeah, that's just one of the jobs I'm going to be undertaking, so I will get on with it. So there we go, I have a clear space, and now I'm going to start to peel off the wallpaper. I'm hoping this will be fairly easy. So, here we go, some off. Okay, whoops. I think I have to remove this bit as well, but I'll just do my best. I'll come back to you when I think I've cleaned off this area. Okay, halfway through, I think, and I'm feeling very positive. The water just makes all the difference. Okay, the floral wallpaper has left the building. It took ages to get off all the little extra sort of bits of paste and the underpaper, and I probably still have little bits on there, but most of it's gone. I will move on to doing the side bits, but that's maybe later on today. So that's a good job done. So considering that I can just keep this shed shut, it really shouldn't be one of the things I'm kind of going for with my family coming, but I would like to paint the back and the inside and actually reorganise the shed while it's still nice weather, because I think once it gets to being cold and rainy, you do not want to do this kind of job. So I think the inside's a disaster. I'm going to open up. Ouch. Okay, it's a semi-disaster, but on the good side, I think this is a bit from the back of the shed that I thought was lost, so I'm really glad we do have it. That's great. I'm going to take everything out of here and just do a better job and paint the inside, I think. Yeah, will I? Maybe I'll just try and organise it and not worry about painting the inside. Or should I? I'll take everything out and see how I feel. I think I'm going to paint the inside of the shed. The bottom was really, really dusty and dirty, but I think I've cleaned it now. Yeah. My stuff is in a mess, but I think it's probably good to do it, as I say, when it's still summer. So get my paintbrush and get going. I've decided to paint the inside of the shed because I feel that one morning in November when it's grey and rainy, I'll think, why didn't I paint the inside of that shed when it was nice weather? And apparently you can see tools and things more easily in a shed when it's painted cream. So, okay, oops, it's not very good. Ugh, be careful. Okay, right. Okie dokie. I'll keep going with that, and I've also painted the back. And when I've finished, I will show you. Okay. So one coat of paint inside the shed. It's pretty shadowy looking. It's going to need another quite thick coat of paint, I think, to make a difference, but at least I've done a first coat, and the second coats should go on better. Well, I've cleaned off the little gummy bits of paper, and I will show you the paint. Again, it looks very alarmingly bright, but I've bought it now. I can repaint this room if I want to. I don't know if that's a good start, actually, when you look at a tin of paint, but I'm not going to return it. Yeah, I thought from the label that it was a bit more slightly subtler colour than this. However, I think it isn't actually. So this room tends to be quite dark. So I feel that perhaps this warm colour could be nice. Could be. We'll try. I really wanted to have a peach room, so I guess I'm going to. I think I had an idea of like a 90s kind of rom-com room, but we'll see. I'll do the chimney breast to start with. Well, I don't know. I mean, my books don't look good. I'm going to have to really rethink this. I will say the French Chic paint is a really lovely quality of paint. It's very, very good. I don't know if I've made the right decision. Obviously, I'm going to put up some paintings and stuff. It won't just be this big block of peach. Anyway, I've got it now. I will gradually be painting that wall, rearranging my books, etc. So just have to keep going with it. And I am glad to have got rid of that wallpaper. I've wanted to get rid of it ever since I came here. So yeah, I'll just have to keep going until my family come to visit and make it look as nice as I can. Okay friends, here is my next project. My very orange pine cupboard, which I'm going to paint cream. I don't know, I find that I think I am a person that paints things. I don't really think I'm someone that leaves wood. I'm pleased with the shed that I've done, well, the two sheds. And although a part of me is a bit sad to paint over the wood, I think it is too orange looking, and I don't think it's up. I don't think I'm going to be able to remove the varnish. So I'm going to go for the painting. So let's hope it's okay. Here we go. It's the clotted cream. So hopefully it will match the cream cabinets in the kitchen and will look really nice. Okay, I'll do one coat and let you see how it looks. Boy, I'm in a mess this week. Okay, there's the first coat. I do think this was the right thing to do. I think the orange was a bit obnoxious. And I'm hoping that once I've done a number of coats on this, it will look kind of glossy and cream and kind of like some of the Rennie Mackintosh furniture in the Hill House in Helensburgh. But maybe I'm being a bit hopeful there. But anyway, it's done now, and I'll just have to wait for tomorrow and the next day and do some more coats. But it should eventually be clotted cream. Cookie, my cat, came in briefly, took one look at it and kind of looked at me and said, "I would stay here and help you, but I have somewhere I have to be, so I'm heading off now." And he just turned round and went back out to the garden and went to sleep. So, I'm happy so far, but I seem to have done nothing but paint stuff for the last however many weeks. Well, put a lot of paint onto the little shed now, and I do think it was good. It does look nice. I think that this inner bit, the cream paint, seems to be rather thin. It does need another coat, but the shelves look a lot nicer. I put the green paint on them. And yeah, I think this was a good thing to do. And luckily, beg your pardon. Oh. Sorry, oh gosh. Luckily there is no rain forecast, so tomorrow I can do another coat and put everything back in here and can show off to my family that my shed is looking nice and neat and organised. I'm crazy. In terms of the summer spruce up, I've straightened up my loft room a bit. I put that new bed linen on this bed now. And yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, my family have not seen my cat portraits up on the wall. My sister painted these portraits of our former cats, and they've not seen these up here. So that's nice. And then I've got the little fridge here that I used for keeping Cookie's insulin cool. My cat has diabetes. When I was defrosting the fridge, I'm not actually using it, but it could be useful, you know, if I wanted to make hot drinks up here. And then I've got all my wool here and my recording. So I'm very lucky. I would like to get sort of blackout Velux blinds for these skylights, because I mean, if you stayed in here, you're going to be up with the dawn. You can't block out the light. So, yeah. Oh, there's one thing I want to show you. After my Purple Day video last week, it's funny because I discovered this postcard that I got this year in Cannes of a lavender field in Provence. And I just kind of wondered, did that seed in my mind the idea of doing the Purple Day video? Oh gosh, oh I love Provence. Where is this? Where is it? Let's see. It says it is Roquefort-les-Pins. So, Roquefort-les-Pins, which I've never been to. It looks a little bit like Aise, but a bit different, but in Roquefort-les-Pins. So, on with the day. Talking of Purple Day, I've just been using this cup, and although it's so pretty, it conducts heat. Like this lilac band that you'd think would protect your fingers is boiling hot. It's weird. I love the cup. I think either it's going to have to be for cold drinks, or I'm going to have to buy a kind of padded ring thing to go around it, because that's just, it's really sore. Well, I have now done the 2 coats on the chimney breast. As you can see, the wallpaper is gone, and I like it. I like it. I like this very much better than the wallpaper. Of course, the shelves are looking dreadful, and I'm going to do the rest of the room. But I think perhaps for this video, this might be all I get to in this video so far. But if I manage to do a bit more, I'll show you, and I will show you in a future video how the room ended up looking. Because, my goodness, I mean, these books, they are not a thing of beauty, and I think I can make them look a lot nicer. So, yeah, we'll leave that here for today, and that's the end of the middle room spruce up. Well, it's a glorious morning and, well, almost afternoon, and I finished the shed. I'll quickly go inside and show you. It's a lot fresher looking. So I painted these little shelves green, and the indoor is cream. The cream paint doesn't seem to be as thick as the green, but it's okay. Yes, I'm glad I did this. So now I just have to try and fit the rest of my stuff back in the shed. It'll never look this cute again because I have an awful lot of stuff to pack away. However, I'll do the best I can, and I'll just quickly show you when I'm finished. Okay, it's not bad. I mean, when I eventually get a lawn, because when I tried to mow this grass before, it just looked like bald earth. When I eventually get a lawn, it will be a bit of a hassle to pull out the lawnmower, but that's not going to be for some time. So at least now I can see where things are, and that's good. And yeah, that's a lot tidier. Great. Well, I must say I'm very pleased with the cream paint. I think it will need a couple more coats actually. And I think eventually I will paint inside the cupboard too. But no, I think this was the right thing to do. And yeah, I will carry on with my tidying up. Well guys, here is my shed at the end of my sort of spruce up. I think, in fact, I should have got a bigger bit of AstroTurf and I might order a second one. Let's go a bit closer. I've got an arrangement of like plants here. I got a little olive tree, and here on the other side as well, and a few little stones and shells that are quite pretty. And here I've done something a bit weird. I've painted some of these rocks to kind of go at the end of this strange patio area that's popping up with the roots, and I'm trying to make a boundary between the kind of earthy bit and the patio, such as it is. So I don't know, it's just me doing my best with what I have. But no, it's nice, and hopefully this time next summer things will look nicer. What a day. Oh, it's beautiful. I think this might be one of the hottest days of the year. Let me get back again. Yeah, I finally got up my parasol. So, yeah, can only hope that next summer everything will look even nicer. And I'm glad that my family are coming and that it's just really spurred me on to do this. I've also planted out some lavender plants, and yeah, they're there. I went into Lidl for the first time in ages. There's one there as well, and they had like boxes of lavender like this for £2.50 each, which is really a good deal. So it's been a bit of a lavender time, and the oleander is got a few flowers as well. So I think it will actually probably not be very nice when my family come next week, but at least I know it can look better. Oh, all those stones, my goodness. When will I get them done? Now that will be an amazing day. I feel that the kitchen cabinet for me looks a lot better when now I've painted it this kind of plotted cream colour. I feel it kind of loomed over me before, and now it just seems a lot more peaceful looking. I think because wood was a big thing in the 70s, a part of me felt sad to paint it, but no, it actually was a good idea. And no, it was another good job done, though it's not finished yet, but it's on the way. Took a lot of coats. Took a lot of coats to do this cupboard. Hi, Cookie. How are you doing? The shed's nice and warm, isn't it? All the sun's coming in. Cookie, you've got sunbeams on you. Hi, darling. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, friends. Well, in a sense, this is Kate in the future, because I don't quite know what else I'll manage to do in this vlog. I mean, I'll make it as interesting as I can, but if I don't come up with a better ending, then I will say goodbye now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone who leaves a comment, says anything, does a like. It means so much. I had no idea how difficult YouTube was when I started it, but I am really enjoying it, so that's why I keep going. So I hope you have a lovely week. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you on my next video.